Do you fear somewhat that the Senate, I mean, I'm just wondering if the presidency is scared that the Senate, especially with the PDP in some number there, could stall bills that would be presented to it?
Well, the president, even if this National Assembly was made up of a party other than his own, he would have worked with them because he's a Democrat. And it's for Nigerians to see and take note and see what they can do. If bills are frustrated, that will not be a happy situation. But then the president will work with the party, will work with whoever is there.
Okay, so you're saying that even if it were a PDP person that was there, he didn't have much of a choice?
Absolutely, because that is the law of the country, and the president will respect it.
For someone like myself, it still looks ambiguous to me. So I want you to be much more specific so that we can get the people who are a bit doubtful out of the woods. Chamberlain had asked that, or reminded you that the party had said they were going to go ahead to sanction some of these people that have flouted the rules or the directive of the party. And you said the president is standing by the party, with the party, and he's also going to work with these people. So where do we stand when we say the president is standing with the party? Is he in support of any form of sanction coming towards these people that have flouted the party's directive?
Now, it will not be fair to ask the president to endorse an action that has not been taken. But you must also give it to the party that it has internal processes of its own. That there are ways of maintaining discipline and order in the party. Now, we have a choice to either have a party or we don't have one. As it is now, there's a slice that has been taken away, and somebody is running away with it. So the party will decide what they want to do. And the president is a good party man. Will stand with the party. I think that's our point. So there's no confusion about this.
Do you think the act we saw yesterday was an act of indiscipline?
If the party agrees with the party, if the president agrees with the party, I have no choice but to accept that.
Was the president surprised at the way the event turned out yesterday?
I think it wasn't just the president. I think the whole country was stunned by it. Because, as I said, as far as the party is concerned, it had undertaken a process that was complete. If anybody had disagreement with it, they didn't have the numbers to have changed it. And in the situation of democracy, it is the numbers that count. And so if you want shopping outside your own party, and that's the party will look at it and decide what they want to make of it.
Let me bring this argument. Sorry, Marco. Let me bring this argument. Some have argued that it would seem as if the presidency had or has a hand in this, to have called that meeting, move some people out, while some who were not going to be part of that meeting stayed back to have this election. They argue that if the president or the presidency was going to have this meeting at exactly 9 o'clock, the president that we know keeps to time. We also saw that at the day of the inauguration. Why didn't this meeting hold as scheduled?
No, sir. This point of view is not even supported by the pictures the television station has just shown. Look at the anger on the faces of all of those senators who realized that when they had been called to the party and they responded in compliance. Some of the guys are out there doing a different game. They were angry. You just showed the pictures now. So it couldn't have been true. In any case, not requires that there is a slight deferment of this process had been given. We are convinced that the key actors had been reached by that information. They had the choice to do that as requested by the president, or to do what they wish to do. And that's the end product we have.
But there is a problem, I mean, because people will also ask, what exactly is the process in the Senate? If an inauguration was scheduled for 10 a.m. and all members, senators-elect and House of Reps members-elect were also aware of that, what did they expect the clerk was going to do? Because that did not also affect the PDP members. They themselves could have been there. They could have formed a quorum. They could have elected a Senate president and a deputy Senate president amongst themselves behind the APC members not being there. Or was the party aware of another set of processes that could have evolved in that situation?
Let me say this. Your show starts from 7 o'clock in the morning. And supposing for certain exigency of the situation, of happening around your station, whatever, whether technical or whoever group says, this show today, can you please move it to 7:15 instead of 7:15? I'm sure it has happened in the life of your television station. It is not as if the movers of this process were unaware that there was a request for this meeting.
So, I'm sorry, let me get you right here, Mr. Shehu. You're saying that there was a request to the clerk of the National Assembly to move the time of inauguration?
There was a request upon the National Assembly to have moved it slightly forward.
To what time precisely? Do you think that there was any such request?
I didn't read that letter, but I know that the party did all of these things. The party did it, and that it was ignored, then that's not for me to explain.
The handwriting on the wall yesterday, good thing, we're all journalists. It spells what we have just seen, the outcome of it all. First, the gates were under lock and key, preventing even journalists at that point in time from gaining access. Then secondly, people were just impatient, waiting to receive so many other people that were coming for that particular inauguration. Don't you think that there was something, or rather there is something that we're not being told here happened on the day?
No, I think the police will be in the best position to answer this question because we're not involved in the security processes.
Mr. Shehu, just a quick clarification. And I think this is coming from one of our viewers. He says the APC, beg your pardon, President Buhari congratulates the elected leadership, yet he stands with the party. Is that right?
Has taken out of processes, constitutional process being carried out in the National Assembly, and the outcome we will accept and work with. The language of our statement as issued by the Femi Adesina is quite clear on this.
I'm laying emphasis on the word congratulations. Did you see the statement released by Femi Adesina?
Look for it in the statement.
Has the presidency or has the president congratulated the new leadership of the assembly?
The president has issued a statement as issued by Mr. Femi Adesina, and all questions will be answered by the president's statement.
I'm sure you have seen the statement. I haven't seen it, so I'm asking for those that are like me that haven't seen that statement. Did he congratulate the Senate president and the Speaker of the House?
The president has issued a statement issued by him, and the language of that statement is very clear. And if you're looking for a particular word, please check that statement.
So it's taken that President Muhammadu Buhari did not congratulate the new leaders of the National Assembly.
The president has accepted the outcome of what has happened. He will work with whoever is in place in the National Assembly.
So when is it likely to get a congratulatory message from the presidency?
We will inquire.
Well, Mr. Garba, could you tell us, was the president, let me say, was he angry that some party members were trying to get him to get involved in the election or selection process of the leadership of the National Assembly?
No, there was no anger on the part of the president. The president saw it as a process under the constitution of this country, in which he has no power to stop, absolutely no power. So he has to live with it because the constitution requires that this is an independent arm of government and he must cooperate with them. Basically, that's the position. So
the meeting was scheduled yesterday with the consent of the president?
The meeting said, yes, he was built to have been there to the members of the National Assembly, so yes.
All right, Mr. Garba Shehu, thank you very much indeed for speaking with us today.
Thank you for the grilling. I appreciate it.
Well, there you go. He says the president has accepted the outcome of what transpired yesterday, but still stands with the party. He can't take an action that hasn't, or support an action that hasn't been taken. So, but you can make of that what you will. But then we also ask you, just keep your comments coming through. We would like to hear from you what you think about what he has said. But we'll have another perspective in just a moment, so some reactions too as well.